Hey YouTube, my name is Ryan Kao. I've been a freelance cinematographer and video editor now for the last 7 years. And as crazy as it sounds, this job has taken me to all 50 states and all 7 continents. My classes on Skillshare just launched, and they're all about leveling up your freelance video editing business. And guess what? Today, I get to share an exclusive sneak peek with you, so stay tuned. Now that we've gotten through kind of the little bit more mundane, nitty-gritty terms about the Freelance Editor 101, let's get to the more exciting part, the actionable steps that you guys can take even today to start your journey as a freelance video editor. The first one, of course, simply make it known. If your goal is to be a video editor and begin getting paid jobs, but there's nothing out there that's pointing to or saying that you are a video editor, how do you expect to find any clients? This would kind of be like having an amazing restaurant on a busy road, but with no branding or signage on the front of the building. People would just walk right past without ever knowing it was there. Sharing that you're an editor can be as simple as just posting a project on your social media. It can be a personal or a paid project. An important thing to consider here, though, is that if a website is where you primarily choose to share your work as an editor, the fact of the matter is that the visibility and searchability of your site versus the reach that you can receive on social media platforms just simply doesn't even compare. So take something that you've created, again, it can be a personal project, it doesn't have to be a client project, and post it on one of those platforms, maybe like Instagram, YouTube, even Twitter. These are all great outlets for you to share your work and make it publicly known to the world that you're a video editor and you're looking for work. The next step, develop a strong habit of experimentation. Spend less time researching and more time doing. This experimentation is the fuel that will continue to help you evolve and grow and refine your style as a video editor. A good way to approach this is to try and create something for yourself at least once a month, or just come up with some sort of a schedule for you to create content for yourself. If this started as a passion for you, then this habit will help you to keep that personal connection and keep it thriving and not turning into a day job that you'll burn out from. If it's purely a career opportunity for you, this is still a hugely beneficial practice. And at the end of all of it, can help you to avoid niching down prematurely. While niching down can certainly have some pretty distinct advantages in a saturated video market, doing so prematurely can have some pretty significant drawbacks. The first of which being an increased potential for burnout. Simply put, doing a repetitive type of work or a certain type of project on a regular basis, while can yield a consistent paycheck, it can rob you of that excitement and creativity to continue growing and might put you in a bit of a creative rut. Niching down can also lead to a plateau in skill development. A good editor should be versatile and constantly adapting to the new genres and video formats and allowing their style to grow and change. And finally, it may create limited networking opportunities. Niching down puts you in a particular type of work, and you're generally going to be working with the same people on a regular basis. This certainly makes the workflow easier, but this will limit you in your opportunities to discover new potential clients, new projects, or even just inspiration from other types of work. This leads me into my next actionable step, which is to expand your creative network. Learn from as many people as you can. But let's face it, it's not exactly easy to go about collaborating with new creators, reaching out to people for advice or guidance. So here's a few steps to help you in that process. So first, research and discover. Take a day to spend some time looking for other freelancers in your creative field. YouTube and Instagram are both great places to do this. Find creators and brands who align with your current tastes and the goals within your work. While initially it may seem practical to search for just strictly video editors, it's hugely important to find other people in the video production process to learn from. You can look for video shooters, maybe even producers or directors. The best editors are ones who are generally familiar with all aspects of a video's production. And so having a network of people to learn from in each of those roles can help you to expand that network and be able to learn more and share that knowledge. When you're discovering new people, it's important to be mindful of reaching out to creators who might be a bit less accessible. It's tempting. You come across those incredible creators that are big in the industry. They're well known for what they do. They're posting incredible work. The truth is that those people are usually dealing with hundreds of messages a day. They're dealing with client communication. They're working on active projects. And so sometimes, maybe you sent them a message and you didn't get a response. Just because they didn't get back to you doesn't mean that they aren't interested in chatting with you about, what you're looking to talk with them about. Sometimes it just means that they are a little bit too busy. So in order to go about this more effectively, try and find people who are maybe more close to your current skill level, or even just a little bit higher than where you're at now. More often than not, dropping a message with those people is a better way to potentially start a new conversation. An important thing here to remember is be mindful about what you're trying to reach out to them about. Keep in mind that everybody has a busy schedule. So I've found that maybe even just dropping a comment about something they're working on, relating to something they're doing, or giving them some praise on a project that they just shared. Things like that, responses and messages like that will definitely yield a higher chance of you getting a response. From there, you can begin to open up that conversation a little bit more. Maybe start asking some more specific questions or advice about your own work. One little trick that I've found in my years of doing this is find people and reach out to people who are local to you. Look, I get it. Not everybody lives in a city with hundreds of people in the creative industry like Los Angeles or New York or something like that. But I think you'd be surprised if you spend a little bit of time researching your market, just how many other creators or editors there may be out there. Being local to somebody not only is more beneficial in the sense that you could possibly work with them or help them out in person in the future, but also it's just one way that you can relate to another person. So how you can start doing this is, of course, maybe just location-specific searches on social media. You can even use Upwork and LinkedIn to search for professionals in your area. And then you could also go on Facebook groups or meetup.com, where you can find events that are usually specific to things that we do as creators. So if there's one that's about video editing or just filmmaking as a whole, maybe see if you can check it out and go meet some other people and build that creative community around you. Now, learning from these new people that you're reaching out to, as much as I'd like to say, here's the questions you should ask, it's gonna be different for every situation. But I think more importantly, I wanna talk about some of the things you definitely shouldn't ask somebody if you're reaching out for the first time. The first one I think would be finances or specifics on, project rates. I think it's a little bit of a difficult thing to talk about money, and it's certainly not a pleasant one, especially if somebody's approaching you for the first time. So I would probably avoid, if you want to know how much somebody was paid for an edit or how much the budget was for that project, asking those types of questions right off the bat. Now, it may seem obvious, but also just don't ask questions about people that you wouldn't want asked about yourself. Don't ask them about religious beliefs or politics or family or how long they've been working with somebody in particular. Don't ask questions or send long technical messages that take a significant amount of time to read. Again, keep things simple and keep things digestible. Just be mindful of people's time. Our final actionable step is set your professional goalposts. It may seem obvious to some, but starting your journey as a freelancer, it's sort of like getting in a car. And if you don't have an end destination and you just start driving, you will eventually run out of gas at some point. Setting these intentions early on whether they're big or small, is one of the best ways to establish a sense of direction and intention behind your freelance career. In all reality, a career goalpost for just about everybody will likely have some amount of a financial motivation. Let's say your goal is to simply hit $5,000 a month in consistent video work. That's great, but I think it's important to understand the root why and how to go about achieving that goal. For me, in the earlier years of my career, I definitely had a lot of financial marks that I wanted to hit, but generally, I just didn't have much of an understanding as to how I wanted to achieve those things. Was it that I wanted to get more respect in the industry, therefore taking on higher level projects? Was it that I wanted a more consistent schedule? Was it that maybe I wanted retainer clients that I didn't have to find on a month to month? Those have all changed and evolved with me over time. In recent years, I've found myself leaning more into the personal life impact of these goalposts. How am I able to manage a social life? How am I able to clock off at a certain time every day? Once you have the why and kind of the real meaning and importance to you behind it, assigning a number to that goal can be a lot simpler to achieve. Thanks for joining me in this lesson. This one was a part of my freelance editing series over on Skillshare. I hope you'll join me in the full class on leveling up your freelance editing career step by step. Click the link below. I hope to see you there.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest videos.